I'm good.
We're great.
Doing great.
Oh my gosh.
That was close. Sorry.
Well, it's so good to see you guys. I feel like so much has happened since the last time we saw each other in Miami. One of the coolest things, I know we're a little far from Florida and California, but the Terrifier house at Halloween Horror Nights, how does that feel? That's crazy.
I'm like a little girl. That's amazing. That's something I've had to keep secret for about a year or so now. We've kind of known, and it's. I went to go because I just moved out to LA last year, and so I got to go to Halloween Horror Nights my first time last year. So I was actually scoping out everything there. It's like, okay, how are these houses here? I'm like, oh my god, these things are so great. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be killer. And I understand they're making this like the most gore-tastic one they've ever had. I've heard a rumor they're gonna hand out
Smells. I heard about smells.
Oh, smells?
Smells, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no, and like I think they're gonna hand out ponchos and stuff like that to people too. So I guess they're gonna be spraying people and.
Apparently, there's going to be two ways to go. One is the dramatic way, and then the other way is for
Really?
Yeah,
oh, see,
apparently.
you know more than I know.
I don't know. This is just what I hear, David.
They
I
don't tell
know.
us anything.
No. But I met you, David, right after the first film, and I was lucky enough to meet the two of you guys after the second film, and just seeing what this franchise has become and seeing all of this. I mean, how does this feel for you guys? I mean, how do you even process being part of Terrifier?
I still haven't processed it, and I'm basically, for like the past few years of my life, it's just been living in a giant existential crisis, I feel like.
Yeah. It's only down from here.
It's only down.
Yeah, I don't know. It's bizarre. I'm just so grateful that people come to my table and say hi, and they tell me about their lives, and I love connecting with people, and this is why I got into this job, and the fact that this franchise has connected with so many people in the way that it has, there are no words for it.
It's surreal. It's like I've been doing these cons for about 7 years now, and it hasn't sunk in yet what's been happening. It's just it's all my wildest dreams come true. So I'm having a blast. I'm just enjoying it all, and I hope it keeps continuing.
Us too.
Thank you to all of you for making that happen.
Thank
Seriously.
you. Thank you. Like this crowd's huge.
I know. I don't know what's going on. I know. I feel like one of you guys needs to like crowd surf or something.
I know.
Or then, maybe just Elliott.
Lawsuit.
So obviously Damien's not here with us this weekend. I know he's a very busy guy. But I wanted to kind of ask about working with Damien and maybe the progression of working with him from the first film to the second, third, and the future. How has he kind of evolved as a director and writer?
Well, he definitely has a vision, for sure.
Yeah.
It's also interesting from my experience from Terrifier 2 to Terrifier 3, just the jump in budget, to see how things move along, the cinematography. I think he's just trying to have fun, right?
I think so, and I think that's a big bit of the magic behind all of this is like he's very passionate about what he does, and he's a true horror fan himself. He actually cares about this, and he wants to give you guys the movies that he grew up watching and that he enjoys seeing. So that I think that's a big secret to all this. I mean, it's not just in horror movies. You're seeing that just in the film world in general right now, especially in comic book films like Superman recently. You can just tell when someone actually cares about that genre and the content and the source materials, it translates well to screen. And Damien really cares about horror. This is his thing. He was literally named after Damien from The Omen. So he cares. He's been watching horror movies since he was like 3 years old. So we're having fun just because of him.
And what's so great, I mean, I've seen the difference between 2 and 3 is he really got to focus on being a director for Terrifier 3, and he was a man wearing many hats in Terrifier 2 because it was such a low-budget film, and we were a skeleton crew. So it was really nice to just see him focus on being a director, and he's such a wonderful director, and he wasn't pulled away. I mean, he was pulled away a lot. Honestly, everybody always needs him on set, but just to see his growth as an artist as well is really fascinating and inspiring.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, being part of all of this now, obviously we have, our final girl in Sienna, but yeah, we can cheer because she's brilliant.
I have a fart toy.
Sorry, I was like,
I've had someone gave this to me at a con recently. It's become my new joy in life.
I was about to take the blame for you. I was like, excuse me.
I was like,
I had to make sure that's what I thought it was. I was like, what is happening?
Like, excuse me, guys.
it's the best thing in the world. They didn't make me use the smoke smart, the spokes model for this. It was like, yeah, art farts.
Oh,
Yeah, you have to
no.
you have to get in the right place in your hand.
Yes, teach us your ways.
It's the best.
Sorry, guys, just brief pause. We're learning how to fart.
I'm 45.
Oh, you got it. Okay, Elliott, you're up. Elliott, don't let us down. Come on, a real good one. Okay.
Oh, got it.
On the first try. Way to go.
I did this in another con, and Sam was like, David, what did you do? I'm like, she knows me too well. She immediately was like, David. I'm like, hi. He's like, huh. I could do this for hours. I'm just like, it's the best thing. I need to bring it to a funeral or something.
Interpretive
like that.
farting.
Oh my God. How do I get this? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
anyway.
like, where do we go? Okay, so Final Girl, being able to survive the films, what survival tips would you give to somebody in the Terrifier universe? Do you think that there is a way to survive?
Beano.
Beano.
Yes, because the farts.
The
I'm
farts.
sorry.
Yep.
But I would say, first off, don't touch the hat.
Okay.
Don't touch the hat, and don't call art the M word, mime. That's why Allie got the salt treatment in part 2, I think.
Okay.
It's like, never call him a mime. Because I always have to explain that because people were like, oh, art's a mime. I'm like, no, he's a silent clown. And there's a difference because silent clowns use props and mimes pantomime props. So, he would be a very ineffective serial killer if he was a mime.
There you go. We're learning about mimes and farts at this panel. Okay.
I have found, I think Sienna has taught me, if someone's attacking you, go berserk on them. That's really the only way. And I've done martial arts my whole life. I wouldn't whip out my technique. I would just go crazy. I would yell in their face. I would bark at them, and I don't know. I would just go insane if someone was coming after me. So if someone's coming after you, look insane, and you might survive.
I'm just imagining you.
Honestly, my best advice, and it worked for Jonathan in T2, just run. Just run away. Find an exit. Just dart. Run in the woods. That's what I would do.
That's true.
Just don't trip and fall. That would be bad.
Don't wear
It
heels.
happens. Actually, you know how you do trip when you run. It happened to me on a film set once, on a movie set, and I was booking it, and I tripped, and I was like, oh, this really happens. And I'm athletic. I can. So we shouldn't be making fun of the people tripping because it actually happens.
It's real. It's real life. Fair enough. Real quick, just to pivot before we get to questions, David, I wanted to ask you about Joker's Wild.
Oh.
It's been doing really, really well.
It has. That was just a fun little project I did with my makeup artist from the main one. She just wanted to do a photo shoot of me in Joker makeup. And I was like, I have some monologues I sometimes do as the Joker. And she's like, well, we should just put that on a camera. And then she's like, well, I have a friend that's a director named Aaron Bennett. And he's written a scene where he recreates Jason Todd's death from the famous comic line Death in the Family. And I'm like, oh, that sounds like fun. Why don't we do that? And so we just filmed it in one day there in LA. And it just kind of took off. It's gotten a life of its own right now. It's been entered in a lot of film festivals throughout the world, and it's been winning a bunch of film festivals. It's insane. So we're very, very excited to see what can happen with this. So who knows? Who knows?
Chilling. All right. So if it's okay with y'all, we do have a microphone for whatever questions y'all might have. So come on down. Ask what you want to ask. All right, you're up first, my friend. Go ahead.
Oh, so many people.
I know. Y'all are popular.
Hey, look, it's you.
I saw her at the last one. I was like, she better show up for the Terrifier panel.
She looks so good.
Hey, what's your name? What's your question?
I'm Nick, and I was wondering if you could touch upon how the deaths between 2 and 3 like how it worked with the budget being upped so much.
Oh yeah, that definitely helped a lot. That's where most of the budget went to in part 3, is because we were able to hire a fantastic makeup team from Tinsley. Christian Tinsley and his team came in and took a lot of the burden off of Damien's shoulders, because Damien did the practical effects in the first 2 films himself, and now he had a professional Hollywood team. They did Passion of the Christ and Renfield and stuff like Westworld. So they came in and built in a lot of amazing prosthetics for us to work with in part 3, and I think that just upped the game in so many ways, especially with the chainsaw scene. Oh my God.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, what's your name?
Hi, thank you guys for, just coming here, and I love you guys so much. You guys are horror icons. I was wondering, what other horror franchise would you want to just start in?
Oh, that's a hard question. Maybe a new one, another new one. I've been liking all the newest the horror movies recently. Have been getting crazy and crazy. I mean, we were just talking about Sinners. Yeah. I mean,
So good.
incredible film.
So good. Ryan Coogler. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, any new fun horror film, I'm down.
I fully agree with that, because I get asked this question all the time, and I'm such a horror fan, but I feel like seeing my face on a franchise that I grew up with would ruin the franchise for me. I wouldn't want to watch it anymore. But I do love Evil Dead. I love the Evil Dead franchise. I'd be a part of it. I'd want to play a Deadite. I just want to go crazy. But I also agree. I would love to be in something new. We were lucky to be in something that's newer. So yeah.
I wanted to ask real quick, Lauren, any of the films that you have upcoming, are any of those horror-based movies? Are you allowed to tell us? Okay.
Yes, I have a film coming out. I'm actually not sure, because they've changed the title a few times. It might be called The Monster, but Paramount acquired it and might call it Twisted. It's a really hard to pinpoint, because there will be body horror in it. But it feels like 3 different films in one. It kind of feels like Ocean 11 type heist film. I play a woman who, with her partner, are con women, and they con the wrong guy, and some shit goes down, and it's really exciting. Hopefully, I'll find out by next week, because I've been having talks with the director when it will come out. They're talking about some festivals that they're trying to get it in, so hopefully I'll have more info for y'all soon. It'll be a lot of fun.
That's cool. For myself, I would love to see some new stuff. But I was thinking about just the other day about this. I would like to see it's not necessarily a horror movie, but you could definitely make it in a lot of more horror aspects, because the original source material of the old Dark Horse comics was very gory and violent. Is a reboot of The Mask. I was like, I would love to see that, because if you've read the original Dark Horse comics, it's violent as anything. It's like Stanley is like a serial killer in the first, because different people take on the mask, and I think that would make a really cool series, like a Netflix series or something like that. Each season's a different person who's taken on the mask's mantle or something like that. But plus, I just love that character so much, and I would just love to see something new with him again. I think he needs some love again.
Awesome, great question.
Thank you. Love y'all.
Thank you.
Hello. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Jace.
Hi, Jace.
What's up?
We last all met at Whorehound.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you again.
I see you too.
See ya.
My question is, what is your favorite death? Mine is Allie's.
Oh. And how old are you, Jace?
9.
Where are your parents?
My mom's in the crowd.
Awesome.
Hello, Mom. I would say my favorite kill, honestly, is gotta be the one in Terrifier 3. The rat scene got me so bad. I'll never forget watching it at the premiere, and I was eating popcorn, and that was a complete mistake. I had to put the popcorn down. I got really bad OCD, so I can't imagine rats crawling around in your neck. No way.
Disgusting. I have, from the second one, I really like the Brooke kill when Art throws acid on her face, because I don't know if you know this, it's one of my favorite like little tidbits about the film. They use condoms for the bubbling on the face of the acid. Do you know what a condom is? And in the third, I like
balloons.
Exactly, it's just basically a fun balloon.
Slimy balloons.
And in the third one, I like the very first kill when the child dies.
Which child?
The first one, the little boy.
Old Timmy. Little Timmy. I really loved my favorite one because it was just so much fun to do. It was my favorite scene I've gotten to film so far in the whole entire franchise was Santa's death in part 3. Sorry about that, kid. But that was a lot of fun. And we were actually going to take that even further, but we literally ran out of time. Not only was I going to shove a carrot into his nose, I was going to take 2 things of coal and light them on fire and put them right in his eye sockets. Yeah! But we ran out of time. But I was like, dang it. But I still think that's such a cool scene. I love that kill. And I had so much fun with Danny in that. We just had so much fun just working together. So that's just why this is my favorite one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry I ruined Christmas for you.
Hello, what's your name?
Hello again, little brother, twin, Art.
Hi.
I'm Genesis, Avi. So you guys know how they have Freddy versus Jason, The Grudge versus The Ring, my mom versus my dad. So if Art could do a cameo or fight any other horror person, who would it be?
Art versus Leatherface would be so cool. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is probably my favorite horror movie of all time, the original one from 1974, one of the best.
There's so many, because Art, like, he could really play well off of a lot of different slashers. Like, I could see him with Chucky, like, I could see them being really funny together, but I would, exactly. There's so many fun things. I wouldn't mind seeing Ash from Evil Dead. Like, but I guess they wouldn't team up. They would fight.
Chainsaw fight.
Chainsaw fight?
Chainsaw fight!
Oh my God.
Yeah, so
Like
there's a
Gears
lot.
of War, but different.
Yeah, but different.
Yeah. Of course, of course, a lot of people say Freddy or Pennywise, but that'll be. But I would really love to see him go up against one of my other favorite films that's come out in the past few years, which I thought was a lot of fun. And I don't think it gets a lot of love. It's Willy's Wonderland. Is the janitor character from that. Because they're both silent characters and they're both batshit crazy insane. I think the fight between him and Nicolas Cage's character, the janitor, would be insane.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Great question. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So first of all, let me just say, I made all my friends watch T1 and 2 for my birthday this year, and it was one of the best birthdays. Thank you for making my husband almost throw up. It was awesome.
You're welcome.
So this question is for David. Considering Art is so unique in the sense that he's very expressive, but also completely silent, what kind of inspiration did you draw from to make the character come to life, like mimes, villains, clowns?
Oh, my, so many people, because I was lucky to get a great education growing up with film, and I was watching the old silent films as a kid. I was watching Charlie Chaplin, the Marx Brothers, Harold Lloyd, and Buster Keaton. My aunt gifted me a box set of Mr. Bean videos when I was a teenager, and I would just sit there and watch those religiously. And I did the same thing when The Two Towers came out on DVD. I would sit there and they had a whole featurette about Andy Serkis with Gollum, and I sat there and just watched that over and over again because I just love the physicality that he adds to characters he plays. So I always believe in just learning from the best out there and adapting and make it your own. But I also had the honor and privilege for 5 years being the understudy to Stephen Carl, who was Robbie Rotten from Lazy Town, when I toured with How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the musical, which actually came through here, I think, back in 2011 or 2012 or something like that, or 2013, something like that. And he was a master at physical comedy and clowning. He actually was trained in clowning, and he taught me so much over the years because I never had an actor that was actually a physical comedian that could take what I had been doing my whole entire life and actually take me aside and that's great. Here's how you make it even better, and he would tweak me on things. So when I got cast as Art, I actually called up Stefan, and I'm like, buddy, because he's always wanted to play a silent, mischievous character like Mr. Bean as well. because that was a big like common thing we shared with each other was our love for physical comedians, and I told him like, dude, I got this chance to play this mischievous silent clown, and I need some tips, and so he gave me some great tips and everything like that.
I can't wait to tell people you got inspiration from Lazy Town.
Yeah.
It's just a really good
you can
soundbite.
actually watch videos of Robbie Rotten and watch some like of me, and you'll probably see a lot of comparisons.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Have you met Andy Serkis yet?
No, I want to so bad.
I mean, you have to. He's here this weekend, so
I
you
know.
better. Yeah.
I'll probably like start crying.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? I'm Evan. Hope you guys are doing well. I had one question. What is in Art's bag? Like snacks and stuff, maybe?
Oh, kid meals.
Okay. Lunchables, maybe? Yeah. Chainsaws?
That's what I love about his bag. It's kind of like Mary Poppins' bag or Felix the Cat's bag of tricks. It's like anything and everything can be in that bag. And I think it's a wonderful like plot device that Damien developed for this character. It's like, yeah, he can just pull anything out of his bag, so we can always just pull any kind of crazy weapon out of it. It's a brilliant idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Hey, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Alan. First of all, I wanted to say how commendable it is that each of you are able to have so many dimensions to your characters that in a lot of horror movies you just don't see, and I think that speaks a lot to why Terrifier is able to, keep going. So all of you, just fantastic. So my question is, in terms of collaboration, like with Damien, is it very collaborative in terms of what you get to do and bring to the character? Is it all mostly, does it come to you as a script and that's how it plays out?
I mean, I don't know why y'all are looking at me. I think, Jonathan is kind of just a lot like me. Damien is an excellent director, but yeah, he's extremely collaborative. Even more collaborative for Art and Sienna, I'm sure, for like all the crazy action sequences and stuff.
He really encourages play and improv, and that's where a lot of magic happens. Like, it's so exciting when you see something improvised make the cut, and you're like, oh, even like that. I've made mistakes in my dialogue that made the cut because he liked it better because it was truthful in that moment. But he'll usually gosh, it's been like a year, I feel like, I can't even remember, but he'll usually like start with what's on the page, and then he'll just be like, all right, do what feels right, do it, and that's a gift to an actor, because we have so many ideas, hopefully, coming to set, and then working with your amazing scene partners inspires ideas in the moment, and, any good director loves that, and they want magic like that. So luckily, Damien is one of those directors.
Yeah, he even like sometimes just comes up with stuff in the heat of the moment. Like probably one of the things I get them one of the biggest compliments about for part 3 is the slap. Every time
You get compliments for that?
I get people all the time. That's one of their favorite parts of the movie is me slapping you in the head. And I'm like, okay, Chris Brown, but I'm too soon. But and that's something Damien came up with right there in the moment, because he's like, oh my God, the scene is getting so serious. This is getting so morose. People are going to want to slit their wrists. Dave, we need something to break this up. Every time you go by here, just slap her in the head. And I'm like, I am so sorry, because she was already having a long week, and we had to do so many takes from different angles of me slapping her in the head. I'm like, I am so sorry. But that's one of the things. That's how Damien is. He'll think of things, but if someone else thinks of things, they're like, let's try it, see how it works. And it's like, and they're even like with a lot of the stuff I do. He writes certain scenes. In part 1, he didn't know me, so he wrote specific things, but from part 2 and part 3, and probably I have no idea what he's writing for part 4 right now, but he writes certain scenes where he's like, Art just plays. He's like, here's the scenario, and we'll figure it out when we get on set. So like the costume shop scene, he's like, there's a bunch of props, and Art plays with the props. So he's like, Dave, just have that. So I just played. And it was pure joy. But that sometimes we'll also do takes where it's like a serious take, and then we'll do a comedic take. And that way he has options when he gets in the editing room, see what works in these cases. Because that's one thing we have to be sure about when we're doing these movies, is walking that fine line between going too funny or too serious with things. We have to find that fine line of comedy and horror at the same time, so that we do different takes on things.
Well, you're all wonderful. Thank you so much
Thank
for being
you.
here.
Thanks, Alan.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jeremiah. I was wondering what's all of your favorite memory from being on set together for the movies?
It's there's a lot there. Yeah, there's a lot of bunch of course all of our scenes together.
Yeah.
Lot of fun. But yeah, David and I had a fart competition on Terrifier.
Yes!
2, which I won, by the way.
He did. His sound came out with this man over here I'd never
Do you
expected.
see what I have to deal with? Like, he brings out this fake fart thing.
It's
They
hysterical.
actually farted on set. I was right there on the floor.
It was a real one.
And they're sitting next to me farting.
A fart, something that happened that you guys didn't even see was I was so nervous my very first day on set of Terrifier 2. It was my very first movie set. So naturally, I was holding in a fart, and they were filming a take or something, so I was like, I'm just gonna go over here. I went in the stairwell, not realizing that it's just gonna echo and reverb throughout the stairwell. So, yeah.
That's what that was? Someone stepped on a duck.
So is that all of your favorite memory? Or Lauren, do you have a different one that's like not farts?
Not fart related.
All of my memories are traumatic. I feel like one of my favorite memories, but in the moment I was miserable when this happened. I was like so upset. So do we remember when Sienna has to bite into intestines?
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Yes. They were going to use Nutella for that, by the way, and I was like, please don't ruin Nutella for me. So instead, they decided to make this puree of hand soap and cherries. So I was coughing up pink hand soap for days after that. When I bit into it, it was supposed to like rainbow outwards, but it shot right up my nose. And it's the take that's used. You can see it go up my nose. And I'm like, can someone give me a spit bucket or a towel? And Dayman was like, wait a second. And he takes out his phone. He's like, say cheese. I was like, and that photo is somewhere of me just looking miserable, like. But it's my favorite memory now because you're behind me just like, it's so funny. But no, it was terrible.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Oh, no problem.
Did you have a different one other than the fart one
Oh,
again? or-
yeah. I mean, probably mine was just doing the whole entire bar scene because I got to do a scene with like Clint Howard, Bradley Stryker, and Danny Roebuck. And these are like guys I've watched in movies my whole entire life. And so that was just like, those 2 or 3 days we were working together was just pure joy for me because I'm like, I'm getting to do like comedy with some legends right now. And it was just so much fun. It was just, I think that was my favorite week I've ever had on set for anything I've done.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Owen, and I just want to preface before going into my question. I only just recently watched all 3 Terrifier films earlier this past week.
Are you okay?
I am not the same man I was before watching those films. In a good way, though. So obviously, of course, when you're making these movies, it's obviously a very different experience from us watching them. I just want to know. This was unintentional, by the way. In contrast to the guy's previous question of favorite memory, what was the most grueling and difficult day that you had on the set of any of the movies?
The slap in Terrifier 2 is a real slap. So that
slaps.
Yeah, that take. I remember, for me, it's anything that's weird, like physical. I could do it, but I'm a little clumsy. We were talking about people that trip earlier. I am one of those people. But it's just like simple stuff, like just like falling backwards or like running downstairs or something. Like I'm scared I'm gonna slip and fall. It's gonna be so goofy on camera. But that slap, she got me good. She did. Yeah, I remember it to the point where I almost forgot that I was in the scene. I was like, wait, I actually have to do more things after this. Yeah.
Wow. I think Terrifier 2 was much harder. We were on set for criminally long hours when we were doing that because again it was a skeleton crew. We would be on set for like 24 hours some days. But I'd say for Terrifier 3 it was definitely the finale. It was just like I was really duct taped to the chair upon my request. Like I just wanted to feel what it would be like to be actually duct taped to a chair. And I had to take so much ibuprofen that week. Like I was just thrashing in the chair alone hurt so bad. But it was the most rewarding to see in the end. So like the hardest days in the end were the best to see on screen. It's a bizarre experience doing horror films.
I have to agree the hardest probably for me was in part 2 and the whole finale there in the Fright Factory, because that building was just miserable to be in because it was in the middle of winter right before COVID and everything, and it was just freezing cold.
Like during COVID.
I think, yeah, it was actually during COVID, right when COVID was starting. And it was just so cold in that building. There was no heaters. I mean, I know I was cold. She was even worse because she's covered in gunk. She's barely wearing anything because of the Valkyrie costume. So I was like, oh my God, this is miserable. It's a long hours. It was very grueling week. But we got through it, and it looks amazing. So, yeah.
And I would definitely say that definitely shows. Thank you guys so much for your time.
you.
Hope to see you at the photo ops later today.
Yay!
See you then.
Hello.
I have a question for David specifically.
Yes.
If Art watched a work of art, what would his opinion of it be?
Oh, he'd love it.
He'd love it.
Oh, he'd love it. This is a great movie, video, all that good stuff. He's like, that's what I love about it. Is like that. Like Spencer makes great videos. He's very cinematic, and that's why I was so excited about working with him on one. It was like, this is fantastic. So I had a blast filming it, and I know Art would love watching it.
Did they let you do whatever you wanted, or was it like pre-scripted?
It was scripted, but I was getting directions from 2 different people too, because like our producer Phil was there trying to give me directions for Damien. He's like, you got to be more sinister. You got to be more sinister. I'm like, I'm playing a miniature piano, wearing Ray Charles sunglasses. How the hell can I be sinister right now? This is so fucking goofy, and I love it. It's like, Phil, shush.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hello. What's your name?
Hi, my name is RJ.
Hi, RJ.
So, as we all know, Terrifier 4 is going to be the last film of the franchise. At least that's what Damien said in an interview. My question is, if you guys had the chance, art in space, would that actually happen? Art in outer space.
That would be funny. I mean, it's like, who knows? I don't really think this is also going to be necessarily the end of the franchise per se. I think it's going to be more like the end of the story arc that we've been building up to. I imagine Damon's going to want another house somewhere in Malibu or something like that one day. It's like, yeah, let's make another one when it comes with another idea. But I love the possibilities there. I know he's writing part 4 right now, and he's not telling us anything. He wants to surprise us all, so he's only told us it's basically going to be part 2 on steroids. So I'm like, oh boy. So I'm excited to see where we're going to go with some things. I have some ideas, but I have no idea, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you, guys.
You're very welcome.
All right, we have time for a few more questions. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Casey.
Hi, Casey.
My question is for David, and I was curious if Art could speak, what's the first thing that he would say?
Fuck! Because I think it's a great word anyway. But he's never going to speak. But I also get the question like, what would his voice sound like? And I know whatever voice would come out would just sound weird to people because everybody has their own voice in hands. But I just think it would be hysterical if he had some very posh British accent. It's like, hello there. Yes, you're all going to die today in very horrible ways.
Just like very grammatically correct the entire time.
Oh
too.
yes. Actually, it's Arthur. I don't know. I drops the her, but
Thank you guys so much.
You're very welcome.
Hello. What's your name?
Hey guys, my name's
Hello.
Theo. What's going on, man?
Doing
So
well.
my question is, even though you're working together like on this set and you're basically doing like all the things, is there still a shock when you see it like on screen? Are you still like, wow, that happened, man? Or hey, that's my coworker getting slashed. What the heck? Or is it just like, whatever?
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. I know, like when we were English hard. Brain goes, oh dear, yes, of course. I remember when we were doing part 3. No, but when we went to go see the Fantastic Fest, the premiere of part 3, Lauren and I were sitting next to each other during the opening scene with the family, and we're just like, oh my God.
Grabbing each other. I was like, what the fuck? And
Yeah.
I read the script, and usually, and that's
I
what
was there.
Exactly. And that's what I love about Damien's writing too. Like, I feel like I visualize it when I read it, and it almost looks exactly how he achieves what he writes. And I am so impressed by that. And it overachieves, really. It's always more and bigger and bloodier, and it's just wonderful. And it's always surprising. It always looks so much better on screen. It's a miracle any film gets done. And it's a miracle you guys got to watch it, especially because it's such an indie film. So we're very fortunate.
I'm not gonna lie, when I was reading the script and they were saying that hell was gonna open up in the floor, I was like, how are they gonna film that?
I was like, where are we gonna find a house that has a floor that opens up? Because I know how our budget's set, but we went to Bill Diamond's studio and they built a whole recreation of that living room scene, and it was up on this huge platform and stuff like that. It was amazing, but it looked just like, I felt like I was walking back into the house that we were filming in. Oh, yeah. So it's like amazing. And also, Bill Diamond worked on all the Muppet stuff, so when we were there, they were refurbishing Big Bird. So I'm like, I almost started crying. Yeah. I have a feather of Big Bird now, so I'm just like, ah! So that's like movie magic.
Thank y'all. And also, Elliott, I rock with your music heavily, man. Keep rocking, man.
Thank you. More to come.
Hello.
Oh. Nice ensemble.
Hello. My name is Colton. And my question is there any kill that has made you guys, like, sick? Like, really, really sick?
Yes. It was Aunt Jess' death for me in part 3 because I have a big thing with puke. I can't stand puke, and Damien knows that. He deliberately wrote that scene like that to gross me out, and deliberately had me be there for all of that when I really didn't need to be there for it. They could have just had someone be my arm, but he's like, "No, Dave, your face is in the shot. You got to be here." My face is not in the shot. And they were just, it was so warm in that house that day. And they were using this gross cream of mushroom soup that had all this other stuff in it that it smelled horrible. And then Samantha comes down, and she's eating this horrible smelling bag of corn nuts. And it's just getting right up in my face like, "Hey, Dave, what's wrong?" I'm like, "Ah." And I didn't puke, but I got close. I got very close. And they're all like, Damon's got his camera out just like, gonna get you. I'm like, I hate you. So that's what almost got me. It wasn't the rats. The rats were cute.
The rats were so cute. Oh my God, I loved those rats.
They had big balls on them, though.
Yeah.
There's this one great shot we got in the film. Of course, didn't make it into the final film, but it's like with the cage when you see Jonathan's head in the cage. There's this. You don't see the head. You just see this big thing of balls sticking between these two bars. They're like, well, can't use that shot, but that's hilarious.
Can I ask you, only because you said that, do you guys really think it's Jonathan's head?
I have no clue.
Right.
Damien hasn't told me anything. I mean, what do you all think?
What do we think? Yeah, I think you're alive.
Woo! He's not dead yet. well, thank you for caring. My inner Jonathan spirit's here right now. I feel him.
Any scenes that grossed y'all out?
Ooh, to film. Specific. I mean, I wasn't on set for a lot of the main kills, but mashed potatoes are ruined for me forever. And Thanksgiving, that scene is pretty gross. And of course, I was mentioning earlier the rat scene too.
Yeah, definitely the intent. But I had to bite into a casing of liquid. It was terrible, and it tasted terrible. But I think what I watched that I really didn't like seeing in the chainsaw bathroom scene, it was actually before the up the butt chainsaw. It was when his leg cracked. Yeah. Oh. That was I think I was like, oh my God, and just the sound design was so beautifully done, and yeah, it's
that chainsaw got all of us on set too, all of us
Did
guys too, because I did not know they had built the meat and two veg for that either, and I was like, because they took a real chainsaw and went through that prosthetic, and you heard every single man on set go, oh! I'm like, oh, that's gonna work well with an audience.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
So I totally apologize. We only have time for one more question. I'm so sorry. All right. What's your name? What's your question?
My name is Jude. And
hey,
first
Jude.
of all, yeah, I get that a lot. First of all, I just want to say I absolutely love you guys. I am an aspiring young director, so I hope to also make movies like Terrifier one day.
Awesome.
But question, I just wanted to ask if what actor inspired you to start acting?
The one that inspired me to start acting, I feel like, is Bryan Cranston. Watching Breaking Bad as a young kid, one of my favorites. And right now is probably Joaquin Phoenix. What he's been doing, I'm excited. I know there's isn't it a movie or TV show that he just did with Pedro Pascal? It looks fun. I want to watch that. Joaquin Phoenix is definitely up there for me.
There are too many to name. Lucille Ball is a huge inspiration to me. Like, I grew up watching I Love Lucy, and she's just such an amazing comedian. But also Sally Field. If you've ever seen Sybil, she plays someone with multiple personalities, and it's my dream role, just playing multiple roles, which you might see something like that in my upcoming film. So keep your eyes peeled.
I would say probably mine was Robin Williams. He was my North Star in a lot of ways, especially like Miss Doubtfire is when I really like him. Around Miss Doubtfire and Aladdin, that's like because his role in Miss Doubtfire was a voiceover artist, and that's like when I was like, that looks like that would be a fun job to have one day. And it's like Robin Williams is one of those actors that can make you laugh and make you cry within minutes of each other in a film. And he was, but I also understand he was just such an amazing person off screen. I hate that we were robbed of him so early. And it's like, I miss him. I really miss seeing him because he was one in a trillion, I think. And we're never going to see a talent like that ever again.
Oh, thank you guys. Keep doing what you do.
Thank you.
So before we do take a big group picture, I know you guys are going to be back at your tables for whatever questions I'm so sorry that we didn't get to, but any thoughts you guys want to leave us with here this weekend?
Oh, I just heard an announcement today that Chris Elliott is going to be playing Art the Clown in the new Scary Movie. So I'm just like, I'm a huge fan of his, so that makes me so happy.
I am. My dad and I did produce a short film that my girlfriend's going to be in as well, and she killed it, Josie. It's called Wolf and Crown, inspired by David Lynch, Donnie Darko. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that when that comes out.
And for any aspiring artists out there, like, don't let anything stop you, because we were able to do it. So I love hearing, like Jude just said, like, he's an aspiring director. Like, just make something. You have your phone, do it. I want to see it. I'll watch it. And break a leg.